Bloopers, it's Jenny of Jenny Stitches and welcome back to my channel today. So it's been a little while again. Yeah, things have been really busy around here, as I'm always saying to you when I come on here. I've been so busy, but I really wanted to call in and share with you some of the amazing new fabrics that have come into stock recently, because there has been so many new arrivals, even I'm struggling to remember where we are up to. So I have made a cup of tea. It's the end of the day on a Thursday today and it's dark outside, which I'm not happy about. I am not a fan of these dark nights. I know some people love like this cosy season, but for me I get really bad seasonal depression, so I think that this is the start of a long winter. But not to be negative, Christmas is around the corner, which means it's a great place to start with some Christmas fabrics. So right, I'm just going to dive straight in and we will start with the jerseys. Now there are no shortage of craft cottons for Christmas in the world. I think that's universally appreciated. However, I always found before I had the shop that I was always on the lookout for a really cool Christmas jersey, and I found it really difficult to find. So I make it my mission to track down jersey prints and I think that you will like these ones too. Nice cup of tea. So these are the same base cloth as last year's Christmas jersey. They are 200 grams per square metre, so a nice average good quality t-shirt weight with lovely prints on, 95% cotton to 5% elastane, and I've got quite a few prints in the range this time. And I will just show you this one to begin with. This is the wrong way up. These are the festive penguins, and move that cup, we don't want to dip it in the tea. Just going to bring that a bit closer for you there. Is that still upside down? There we are, here's the penguins. They've got little Santa hats on, so quite graphic and cute. We had some penguins similar to this last year but different, which is obviously all sold now. And I made Christmas pyjamas for the Christmas window in those, and they were very popular. People seem to really like penguins, seem to have a universal appeal. So that is festive penguins in blue. I'm just going to pop this down here. And then we've got the same print again but on a red base. So you can see that there. I'll just hold that a bit closer so you can see the penguins. So yes, very cute. Suitable for everybody really, you know, children and adults. I did pyjamas for the whole family. So yeah, my husband and I, we both had penguins. My son had penguins, and I think my daughter had the unicorns. So that was nice. I've also got this lovely green dinosaur. It's quite subtle because it's green on green. So I hope you can see that there. It's a little bit creased. You can see the print. Is that the right way up? Yep. So we've got dinosaurs and they are wrapped in fairy lights with presents and candy canes. So quite subtle, that one, in a way. I think that would make a nice t-shirt. I could see my husband in that actually. Whether he would agree, I don't know. Okay, and then the next one. This is Festive Fox. I absolutely adore this print, and so do you, because it's not been on the shop very long. I had it in navy and I've got this silver colourway. The navy has all gone immediately, and the silver, as you can see, really doesn't have very much left at all. But I will show you, because I will try and get it again, because if you can see, it's just gorgeous. We've got little cheeky robins and foxes and these pine trees going on. It's just adorable. Oh, and little I can't reach them, reindeer. Little Svens, if you've watched too much Frozen. Okay, so that's the Festive Fox. Kind of disappointed that I've not snagged any of that actually. You've all whipped it away from me. And then finally we've got the pugs. Yep, different colours of dog. I don't think I need to say too much. In a Santa hat, one for the dog lovers, very cute. And that's in the red colourway. And again, we've got that one in navy, so I'll just hold that up for you to see there. So some really, really nice options. All of those jerseys kind of mix and match in a way. They're a bit of a collection. And then I've got some other Christmas jerseys because can't stop, won't stop. If I see them, I've got to have them. Probably not the best way of buying for business, but there you go. So these are Happy Penguins. I think they're called Happy Penguins, yeah. Now, look at these guys. Honestly, can you see? It is just the sheeriest print. And again, penguins. People just love penguins. So this one has been on the shop for maybe a week now, and it's already starting to fly out. So that is a definite get it while you can situation. I'm not sure how much of this is available at the suppliers, but yeah. Penguins! Very nice. Maybe I'll have to snag some of that one instead. Now, I can't remember if I showed you this on my last video or not, but let's just pretend I didn't, because I don't think I did. This one is Teddy's gift, and it's very, very sweet. See, we've got the Christmas trees and little Ted. Yeah, so that's a digital print. And again, just that fabulous quality, which I just love about these jerseys. They're just so nice. Wash and wear really, really well. And we have just a couple more to go on the Christmas front. These are gingerbread houses. This is a nice sort of pastel palette, so quite subtle, which I like about that. It's not too in your face Christmas. But yeah, I don't think I need to say too much about that. Just bring that up a little bit closer for you to see there. You can kind of get the scale of it against me. But yes, nice colours in that one. It would look nice made into a dress. And you don't need to do anything complicated because these prints, they do the work for you. So something like Tilly and the Buttons Coco, a nice simple sort of beginner level knit dress where you're just going to be able to cut a one-piece front and let the print do the work. And finally, in the Christmas jerseys, we've got these, what did I call this one? Snowy owls. Seems like everywhere I go, I'm trying to get the fabric in the tea. There we go. So as you can see, we've got these lovely little lovebird type owls snuggled up on a branch, wearing Santa hats with baubles, as you do. Very, very cute, and a little bit different to the other Christmas jerseys that we've seen. So, and this one in particular has an exceptionally soft feel. It's very snuggly and nice, so that would make lovely PJs. So I hope you like those. Nice tea. And on the subject of Christmas, just whilst we're at it, I have these. So this is, I'm going to tip these up on the end so I can kind of show you. This is the Cloud 9 Winter Wonderland collection. Now these are quilting weight cottons, and that is a little bit of a departure for me. I generally don't tend to sell quilting fabrics because obviously I sell for dressmaking, and yeah, quilting fabrics are generally for quilting. However, you do get a bit of crossover. I have made garments from quilting fabrics before. A lot of people love to do that, and there is no getting around the fact that when it comes to Christmas prints, the quilting brands do it best. They really do. And so I wanted to get a range this year that all coordinated and work together. So if you're making little gifts or clothes or anything like that, then you've got a nice selection of prints to work with. But yeah, I chose this particular range because I felt like it's quirky and cute and modern, but not too out there. I like the colour palette, I like the designs because they're just that bit more, they've got a little bit of a kitsch feel to them somehow. But yes, really like these, really like them all together. These are £16 a metre, and they are 45 inches wide or 112 centimetres. So if you're doing little projects, maybe sort of gift bags, that kind of thing, small Christmassy things, you're not going to need huge amounts of yardage. Yeah, really nice. So I'll just quickly show you the prints on there. We won't dwell too long. There's this lovely one with poinsettias. One of the blog team, Mary Ellen, has taken this to make something with already. Not as a blog project, she's just bought it herself. But yes, knowing Mary Ellen, that's going to be gorgeous. We've got these lovely crackers, sort of pink and red together. I feel like pink and red is a colour scheme that's quite on trend. And once over, you would have never put pink and red together, would you? Fairy lights. Really, really nice. Yeah, you know what I mean when I say these have got sort of like a retro feel to them. And a lady has actually just about 10 minutes ago been in and bought some of this to make a Christmas apron. So that's going to be really, really cute. Got some little trees. Always upside down. Some sort of alpine-y type trees. It's nice hexagons with snowflakes on. And we've got some little houses. How sweet are these? It's beautiful pink here with these little snowflake sort of designs going on. And finally this fab bauble print. That is so cool. So yeah, and obviously you could always make a quilt if you wanted to make a quilt. There you go. But yes, I fancy maybe an apron or maybe a little dress for my daughter in those would be nice, like a party dress. I made her a little Christmas dress from Quilting Cotton a few years ago now. I'd say a few, maybe 5. And yeah, it was really, really sweet. And it's really good for little ones because it's a nice weight of cotton for making nice soft dresses. Yum. Okay. We move on and we will move away from Christmas now. Although I don't feel like in November it's too early to talk about it. So, you know, we need time, don't we, to prepare. Now, I'm going to show you some new Ponte Romas. I love Ponte, it's perfect for this time of year. If you're not familiar with Ponte, it's a medium weight knit fabric and it's quite stable compared to, say, cotton or viscose jersey. And yeah, it's great for beginners to sewing with knits, and it's just that bit warmer for this time of year. So I've got 3 Pontes here and they're all checked. I think I've just kind of latched onto checks recently. You go through phases of buying things and yeah. So this one is the ochre check. And you can see that there is this lovely mustard, and you can see the size of the check next to me there. And again, I think I've already mentioned the Coco dress, but yeah, Coco was built for Ponte Roma basically, and this would be fabulous if you imagine the funnel neck on the tilly and the buttons, Coco in that one. Likewise, a lovely skirt would be nice in this one, maybe just a skater style skirt, or trousers. You could easily make trousers in this, which would be really, really nice. And it's super comfortable to wear, really comfy to wear, nice and easy to wash, good stretch, good recovery. I can't speak highly enough of Ponte. So that is the ochre check. And then this one is, there's a pair of scissors here threatening to go on the floor. This one is the Rainbow Marl, and I really hope that the camera picks it up well, because I really struggled when I was taking photographs of this for the website. But it is a very dark charcoal grey basically, and then if I hold it up closer you can see the check design, and you can also see the sort of rainbow colours running through it. But if I move it away and it's quite dark against me, I would say that looking at the screen now that is quite true. So yes, very subtle, and this one just has a lovely sort of silky smooth finish to it. It's really, really nice. You can see that stretch on there. It's got a really good weight to it, this one. I am a fan, can you tell? But again, dresses, skirts, trousers, tops even, cardigans. You can't go wrong. You can nearly make just about anything out of Ponte Roma. It's such a good all-rounder. So yes, I think that has got a lot of potential. I like fabrics that have lots and lots of uses, you know, that I can see in lots of different scenarios. So that ticks a lot of boxes for me. And finally, on the Ponte Romas, this is a beautiful black watch design. Now, before the tartan police come after me, it may not be exactly what black watch should be, but to me it looks like black watch, so I'm going with it. But yes, again, very, very subtle and such a classic, elegant print. I'm just, oh, I love it. I've got a little bit obsessed with watching fashion influencers on TikTok. Don't ask me where this has come from, but I love watching people get dressed and put outfits together. And there is a particular lady that I like watching who's always puts on like a black watch scarf, and it just looks so elegant. So yes, I have a real hankering to make myself a dress in this because it's just such a classic print. But again, a great stretch, lovely and springy, nice and stable. It's not going to go anywhere while you're working with it. Can't speak highly enough of that one, but please leave some for me, won't you? Okay, I'm going to grab a few more fabrics and then we will get back to it. Okay, so the next fabric that I'm going to show you is closely related to Ponte Roma because it's quite similar in weight. And it is an Ottoman Rib jersey. Now, this is something that I've been eyeing for a while, and then I've decided to get in because I feel like it's a really good basic line. So Ottoman Rib, I'm going to hold this up a little bit closer for you. Oops, creating an earthquake. If you can see, that's the direction of stretch on the fabric side to side. You can see that the ribs in the fabric are running horizontally. So from a distance you might think it's like a rib that would run vertically, a bit like a cord, but it's not, it's the other way around. And that is created by basically a thicker yarn being used in either the warp or the weft. I can't remember which it is, but yeah, it's the way that it's woven that creates the ridge as it goes along, which I thought was really interesting. So it makes a lovely sort of medium weight knit. It's light enough you could get away for making things like t-shirts with it, sort of heavier weight tops, but it would also be nice for cardigans and kind of jackets, that kind of thing, skirts, dresses with a little bit more body to them than a regular jersey. I think it's got a lot of potential. So with that in mind, I've got it in 4 colourways. This one is Stone, which is kind of like a vanilla, kind of natural, goes with anything kind of colour. And then we've got Dusty Caramel. Isn't that a nice name? Which is like a, maybe like a kind of a mushroom brown kind of, it's like almost like, would you call it like a minky kind of shade? I don't know, is that the right word? I think you know what I mean. But yes, another nice neutral that's going to go with a lot of things. Then we have a kind of, what's this one? It's like an olive, this one. The supplier describes it as Army, which is not a name I really want to give it. Make a dress to look like you're in the army, no. So there we can see that there, that's a nice green, and it's always so hard to capture greens on camera as well. So I have done my best on the website, so I'm hoping that seeing that there should give you a better idea of the shade. And finally, a good old navy. There we go. And I'm back again. I had somebody wanting their sofa fixed. No, I can't do that. Okay, so something else that has come in the last few weeks, which I haven't had a chance to show you on this channel, is Boucle. Now, if you're not familiar with Boucle, it's a knit fabric, and it's made with, the Boucle comes from French. And it refers to the loops on the face of the fabric. So if I lift this up for you here, you'll be able to see that texture. I'm sure you'll be familiar with this from sort of ready to wear and coats and things in shops. But yeah, it's ideal for a multitude of uses, not just coats, cardigans, cushions even, all sorts. You can make sweaters out of it. It's a very versatile fabric. As I've said, it is knit, so it's got some stretch, and the reverse of it is quite smooth. So you could choose whether to line it or not to line it. So if you were making a coat, you may want to put a lining in to stabilise it and make it smoother for putting your arms in. But if you were making a cardigan, it's absolutely fine to just leave it like that. And yeah, and then you can throw it on for a layer. So I ended up getting this in 5 colours. I told myself 3. There was about 20 to pick from, so I ended up with 5. So I don't think in the grand scheme of things I actually did that bad. I think I showed a modicum of self-restraint. I could have had them all. But I can't have any more than 5 because they take up so much space in the shop. These balls are huge. So this is the ochre, which is a classic mustard colour. And to be honest, I can't believe that more of this hasn't sold already. It's just such a nice golden colour. This one is called Ocean. Now, my supplier called this bottle green. That is not bottle green to me. That is like a teal. We had a bit of a to and fro because I was like, I can't find the teal. And they were like, what teal? We've got a bottle green. I was like, no, it's a teal. So anyway, but as you can see, that has almost sold out, so that's been a popular choice so far, and you can look out for this one coming up on the blog very soon. Caroline from the blog team has been making a fantastic cardigan in that one. This one is mauve. Again, there hasn't been much to go off this one yet, but a nice plummy kind of purple shade, not an overly deep purple, but not quite pink either, somewhere in between. Very, very nice. That's my kind of colour. We've got a classic red. This one is Merlot for obvious reasons. Yes, just beautiful rich red shade. Just perfect for winter, not just for Christmas. And finally, I think this is my favourite. If I had to pick one, it would be this. This is Rust, which is just a fabulous, rich terracotta. Very, very, very nice. But yeah, lovely and soft and snuggly. These are £14 a metre, which is great, really, for what you get in there. So, yes, Boucle. Enjoy. I'm going to have to put these away now. Right! They just keep coming. Every time I turn around I find something else and I think, oh, I haven't shown you that either. You should do this more often. So in terms of lighter weight woven fabrics, I have a few to show you here. This is a brushed cotton and it is called Pumpkin Spice Check, and yeah, you don't need no prizes for guessing why. But as you can see, that's a nice regular lightweight cotton, and it has a nice soft brushed finish to it. It's not a fluffy brushed cotton like you would get like a Winciette. It's not like that, but it is softer than a regular like poplin. But yeah, you can see that's nice and light with the drape there, a small check design. Make a lovely shirt. I wonder if Marcus would like one, because Marcus is still stood in the corner of the shop wearing his summer outfit. He must be freezing. And if you're new here, Marcus is the mannequin. Don't worry, it's not a member of staff. I just have a man freezing in my shop. Okay. Now this one is a cotton poplin. So cotton poplins are perfect for things like shirts and dresses. And this is Unusual Animals, and I think you can see why if I lift that up. And is it upside down again? For goodness sake. Okay, so if you can make out what is actually going on here, you win a prize, because this is crazy. basically it's multiple animals to make up one. So I can look here and see a zebra, a parrot, and what looks like the rear end of a chicken. There's a flamingo and a shark, a monkey and an elephant and a fish, and yeah, it's really, really quirky. And I think I've even put this in the product description, but it reminds me of, there is a little shop in Ambleside in the Lake District, and it sells menswear, and it's quite high-end and really, really beautiful clothes in it. But when we last went in over the summer when we were camping, they had loads of shirts in this sort of material with these weird animals on. And I remember saying, like, that's so quirky. And I was saying at the time I could see my brother wearing them. And then I found this, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to have that. It just reminds me of that. So yeah, really different, and yeah, just unusual. So that's unusual animals. Okay, so back in with Viscose. I've got 4 new Viscose fabrics to show you here, and the first 3 are Viscose Chalet, which is a very sort of smooth, silky feeling viscose, lightweight, lots of lovely drape. And this one is Winter Pansy. I'm pretty convinced that these are pansies, but that's what it reminds me of. And you can see the drape on it there. It's just beautiful quality. I really, really love the viscoses that I get from this particular supplier. I think the quality is the best. And they've got just such a nice, smooth finish to them. It's not an open weave at all, which is nice. It just makes for lovely garments. So that one is Winter Pansy. This one is called Aldingham. I'm hoping that's the right way up. And you can see we've got sort of like trees on the go here. It's like a landscape design, and you can see the scale of that print next to me there. But again, just beautiful movement and a nice sort of subtle colour in the grey. That would be really, really pretty made up. And finally, in the chalet, this is Seawood. And I'm just in love with this colour. Can't get enough of green this year. And this is like a khaki base with these lovely sort of turquoise and orange splodges going on. But when I lift that back, that's quite subtle. So yes, I like that. I think it's quite wintry, but it's nice and bright at the same time as not being too in your face. Very, very nice. That one is Seawood. And finally, in the Viscose, we have Viscose Twill. I find Viscose Twill quite difficult to find. And it is, I prefer it for this time of year. It's a little bit heavier, which makes it a little bit warmer, so it's just got a little bit more structure and body to it. And I know a lot of you prefer Viscose Twill at this time of year as well, but I do have a job finding it, so I was quite glad to snap this one up. It's a classic navy base with a good size spot, and the spot is quite irregular. You can't go wrong with a polka dot, really, can you? But again, you've got that great movement. Very, very nice. Would make up into all sorts of nice things. So I am going to leave it there because that is quite a lot of fabric to show you all in one go, and I don't want to ramble on for hours and hours and hours. However, I do have more on the way because why stop there? So my news is that I am going to be at the Knitting and Stitching Show in Harrogate between the 17th and the 20th of November. So I will be exhibiting there, and I will be taking lots of lovely fabric and patterns and all sorts of bits and pieces from the shop. The shop will be closed for those 4 days, and Mum and I will be going, possibly an appearance from Mr. Stitches at the weekend, if I can convince him to come and help. But yes, I hope to see lots of you there. Please let me know in the comments if you are coming. It's something completely different for me. I haven't done a big show like that before, so I'm quite nervous. It's quite a big operation for me on my own, but obviously I am just a small kind of one-man band with a bit of help from my mum, so yeah, it's quite a big thing for me to just pack up and travel to a different county, but I am excited to see lots of you there and to meet lots of people who I know I've spoken to on here before. Yeah, it will be great to see some of your faces, so please do come along and say hi. Do introduce yourself and let me know if you watch the channel. I have met quite a lot of people this summer who have been into the shop on the holidays and have called in and said, oh, I watched the channel, and it, you know, it just brightens my day because it's so nice to know that I'm not just rambling on to myself. And it's just nice to know and hear that you enjoy the channel and that you find it useful and you enjoy seeing the fabrics. I think that's just lovely, and yeah, I would just love to see you there, and we'll probably have some show specials and there will be lots of new stuff. I've ordered lots of new fabrics to take with me, which won't be available for sale until we get there. So I am excited to see you. I'm excited to share fab new fabrics as well. So I will leave it there. I hope you are all well. I will probably be back soon with well, probably some video footage from going to Harrogate, to be fair, but I will be back with an updated makes video soon because I have been busy sewing. Off the back of my plans video, I've actually sewn quite a lot of that up, which surprises me. I was sort of, you know, I was trying to be realistic about what I planned to make last time, and I think I was, and I've got quite a few of those garments done. And this morning I've been working on my olive pinafore, and it's just so pretty how it's coming together. So stay tuned for that is what I will say. If you've got any questions about any of the fabrics that I've shown you today, just pop them in the comments below. If there's anything that you would like to see in the future, let me know. Let me know what you want to see from the channel, and I'll see if I can sort something out. And if you did enjoy this video, please do like and subscribe. It really, really helps little channels like mine to grow. And I think that's everything. If you want to catch me on other social media, I'm over on Instagram most of the time. I'm at Jenny Stitches Fabrics. And if I don't see you at Harrogate, I will see you back on here very, very soon. So thank you for tuning in. Take care and happy sewing. Bye bye.
I've got a new couch. I've got a marble one. The cushions are cold.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I'm just filming a YouTube video. Right, here we have a few new... just give it a minute, Jen. No, I just do materials for making clothes. It'll come back. So I rang him on Alexa and said, why have you not gone to football? And he's like, oh, I forgot. Should I go back? All right, cheers.